live this fine Wednesday. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be playing a Ketramose deck that is looking to use the graveyard to like sneak or more reliably tutor out Ketramose, and also just put things into the graveyard to exile with your Urborg Scavengers to give it nice keywords. I don't know, I'll have to show you the deck list for it to kind of make sense, but first we're going to be playing midweek Magic. I found actually a pretty good reason to play midweek Magic. I was going through the achievements here in I don't know, I kind of want to try and collect some of these achievements, and some of them, let's see, where is it? There's one for midweek Magics, I think. Yeah, here we go. Vanish the week, or vanquish the week. You gotta compete in 52 midweek Magic events to go ahead and get your title, Weekly Warrior. But you also get progress towards the format All-Star one. But honestly, the title that I kind of want the most is the Magus of the Arena. But this one's gonna be like near impossible to get, because you have to not only play like 5,000 games, you have to play, or you have to reach Mythic in Limited, you have to reach Mythic in Constructed, you have to open a bunch of packs, you have to collect the entirety of a single set, you have to craft a bunch of cards with wild cards. It's just like, I gotta get good at Limited at some point. And also, I think it's not this one, but there's another set of achievements, I think it's under this one, where you need to hit, maybe it's not under formats, it's under advanced achievements. Maybe you have to hit both Mythic in Constructed and Limited at the same time. Here you go. Mythic Champion, reach Mythic rank in Constructed and Limited simultaneously. So hopefully that is something I'll achieve at some point, but I'm gonna have to if I want to get all these achievements, which I don't know why I'm kind of interested in doing it, but you know, I guess that's the nature of them adding achievements. They add them so that you want to collect them. But yeah, so that's just a little overview of the achievements and why you should potentially play midweek Magic. All right, what is it's standard Pauper? All right, we gotta put something together here. Can I make a deck from this page? We get another achievement, which is cool. Or we get the achievement for entering, I think. Or what did we get the achievement for? Oh, entering 5 events. Ooh, yay. Cool Sparky emote. I feel like I'm acting a bit like a Magic Arena shill. I swear I'm not. They don't even let me in their early access events. Why? That frustrates me so much. All right. Making a deck. What do you do with standard Pauper? I mean, we can definitely do not collected. Can we just do mono green? Is the answer always just do mono green? We have Llanowar Elves, which is pretty strong, but I don't know if there's... Are there elf payoffs like the Lords at uncommon? Let's find out. I don't think so, but I'm not sure. Dwinian's elite, which is nice. Yeah, I don't see any elf lords, so I don't think we can just do elves. We have to do probably actual mono green stompy if we want to do that. What are some reasonably large creatures? Are there any reasonably large green creatures for a reasonable amount of mana? Beanstalk Worm. Wow, we're really gaming with... Wait, do we have access to up the Beanstalk, or is Beanstalk... No, okay. Up the Beanstalk is an uncommon. That would have been funny. If we could make an up the beanstalk deck in Pauper, that would be pretty gross. I have a feeling mono green is not going to be the way to go. What? We only... Okay, we don't have the really nice land cycler, which you can discard to find a basic and gain 3, which is kind of annoying. Let's look at the creatures that are power 3 or greater for a second again. Do we have access to Garruk's Uprising? Because that gives us a card draw. Whoop. No, we do not have access to Garruk's Uprising. It's uncommon. Darn. What do we... Wait, what do we do to draw cards? That is actually something that's a pretty good question. Okay, we do not have good card draw in mono green and Pauper, so maybe we don't do that. Drawing cards. What is actually a good option here? No, we could just do like poison. Do we just do Pauper poison? Do the proliferate cards? Are the any of the proliferate cards? Wow, experimental augury is common. Yeah, we could just do poison. Okay, that's so gross though. Oh, do we still do it? Probably. What do we have for toxic? Okay. We could do... There's literally one blue toxic card. Okay. Huh. Light belly rat. We have the branchlight stalker, which is pretty nice. Do we have hard-hitting questions? No. Darn. Pauper is harder than I thought. Do we have ethereal armor? No. No, I didn't. Okay, I didn't spell it wrong. Do we have sheltered by ghosts? Probably not. Wait. Where are the powerful cheap cards that we can build around? What other cards, or what cards exist in other colors? You know what we could do? We could do a budget reanimator deck. Do we have like Zombify or anything? I don't think Zombify is. Yeah, okay. Do we have Graveyard Return? Actually, I don't think it always is Graveyard, but Graveyard Creature. Those two things. So we have Recommission, which we can reanimate small stuff, which that's not great. Oh, we could do that mono white budget deck that I put together a while ago. So reanimation spells. Are there any reanimation spells? Wow. Okay, so maybe there's not a way to reanimate. We cannot do reanimator. Is it just time to mono red it? Is it time to just play mono red? Alright, do we have Pixie? We do not have the white Pixie, so we can't even do that. Alright, what eerie cards do we have? Pretty much no good ones. Could we play Mill? Poison is pretty common. Emerge from the cocoon? Emerge from the cocoon. Oh, okay, so we do have Reanimator. You know what? I want to play Reanimator. I know it's going to be probably awful, but we'll give it a go. Now, the cards with cycling are probably our best bet here. Flying. This is flying, so that's good. Play We probably want to play blue as well for the ability to draw discard. But let's look at some big creatures with cycling first. Topiary Panther. What is the best? Is flying. We want something that's kind of big, evasive, maybe. But the Megalodon is pretty nice because it's vigilant, it's big, it has a big toughness. What are our options for like 6 and 7 drop creatures? Not very crazy, are they? Writhing Necromass. Haste is pretty interesting. Haste Mountain Cycling. We can cycle it away, reanimate it, and then swing in at the same turn that we reanimate it. I do kind of like Hamlet Glutton because you gain life and it's a big trampling body. This one might be another good one. Is it just Selesnya Reanimator? We can also play Llanowar Elves if we play green. So there is that upside. Rust Goliath is really big. I guess, you know what? Alright, we will do Rust Goliath. And, probably... I guess we'll play the Bristle Black and the Hamlet Glutton, and that will be our reanimation targets, because I think plan will be Selesnya. Are there any big white creatures that we want to look to reanimate? Affinity for creatures? How did I miss that? Kind of wild. Alright. That is our big... We need... Oh wait, we don't have draw discard. That's one... So we can't actually discard the Rust Goliath. Or, let's see. Anything that we can use to discard. Gotta turn off the filters. Discard a card. Oh, Possessed Goat. Obviously. How could I not have remembered Possessed Goat? Clearly a format all-star. Discard a card, put 3 counters on it. It becomes a black demon in addition to its other colors and types. We have such a flawless deck now. Bargain. Is there anything we can synergize with that? Ooh. Ossification is pretty good, I think. Or is that... Oss. Is that a... That's not a common, is it? Unfortunate. What is our removal options? Exile. Banishing Light. Cooped up. Okay. Real... Pride's End. Okay. We found something. Ooh, we could do Say Its Name. Because that also can... Well, we can't get back our Emerge from Cocoon. From the Cocoon. Maybe that's not the best idea. We could have just played a Slime Against Humanity deck. Oh wait, is this... Oh, it's not legal in Standard Pauper. Weird. Okay. Destroy. We need draw. We need card draw. I forgot about that. What do we got in terms? Make your move doesn't seem terrible. Luminous Rebuke. I don't think we have Tear Asunder, do we? No. Okay. Destroy. What do we got? I think I was gonna go with Make Your Move for other stuff. And then we need card draw. Definitely need as much card draw. Okay, Helpful Hunter. We play it. We block with it. Value. Union with the Third Path, maybe, just in case we were dying. What else? Raw. When it enters, investigate. When you draw your second card, it gets +1 counter. Enters, you may forge and then draw a card. Not particularly good. Stall for time. Tap target up to 2 creatures. If this was kicked, put a sun counter. So 3 mana tap creatures and draw a card. That's probably not worth. Pond Profit, that's double green, so I don't think we want to do that. Plunge into winter. You know what? It's a plunge into winter kind of day. What do we got for dual lands that are land types? There we go. Radiant Grove, huge. Any other lands here? We could play Etch Cornfield. Don't want to play too many, I don't think. We don't have a ton of green in our like spells here. We're mostly a white deck, so I don't think we need to worry too much about playing duels. It's just nice to have some green, that if we get to the rest of, or get to it, we can, ooh, haste. We can play one of the raceways that gives haste. Wait, that one's uncommon. Darn it. We can play the Surveil land. Conduit Pylons. That helps us put things into our graveyard. This one also trails. Maybe a few too many non-colored sources, but alright. This is Selesnya Reanimator. See if it is any good here. We have the Rust Goliath. Sure, surely that means we can win. The 10 mana 10/10. I think it's 10 mana. Valinor. Okay, we have the Possessed Goat. Huge. We have Plunge into Winter. Format All-Star. These lands that have the land types is pretty nice because we can force cycle into them. My game's probably going to be a bit stuttery because it's the first game I've played since I've booted it up. Reckless Lackey. Opponent. How could you? Union of the Third Path. I think we want to keep that. We might plunge into winter, our opponent. No. I want to draw a card. This might be not the best use of plunge into winter, but I don't want to waste Ride's End on like 2 1/1s. Okay, Union. I guess we'll just gain some life. Wow, we've drawn all of our Possessed Goats. That's not ideal. Something about like the art, or not the art, sorry, the color scheme of this card is kind of, I feel like it's slightly off. Wow, we drew into our removal hand. Alright, I play a Possessed Goat. What are you gonna do? What are you going to do about it, opponent? There is no sweepers, so that is a bit of a problem here. The fact that our opponent was there like Elspeth's Smite or anything like that? Maybe we need to do that. Something like that. We'll trade the Firebrand. And we'll get rid of the Lava Runner. If the opponent has pump spells, sure they get to dump them on their Lackey, but Lackey with First Strike is pretty good for pump spells. Pyromancer deals 2 to our face. We're still alive. We're actually doing fine. We will double goat you. You need to Draw into a reanimation spell or just more lands. We will go to block the Pyromancer. Boom, trade. Now discard to activate our Possessed Goat, I think. Wait, activate only once. I was wondering if it said activate as a sorcery. I will play the Helpful Hunter to draw a card. We're still at 18, so our opponent really has not done much to us. That's good. We can go grab a forest. And then we can set up to reanimate that later on. We don't really have anything to do with our mana, so we don't mind grabbing the dual land. It's working pretty well, but definitely a bit slow of a game plan. God, they're going for the Possessed Goat. They know how strong it is. I'm not gonna block. I'm not gonna block the lackey. I'm not gonna throw my cat under the bus for that. 2 damage. Alright, we're approaching Hamlet Glutton territory. I might ride Zen the lackey on their turn. Actually, I should do it now. We need one more land for Hamlet Glutton. We'll get rid of the lackey now because this way they can't sacrifice it in response. The Lightning Striker, Helpful Hunter. Inconceivable. We almost have Hamlet Glutton. We have emerged from the cocoon. Haha. We will grab back the Nurturing Bristleback. And now we have 2 bodies. 2 bodies that are bigger than all of our opponents. And technically we could bargain the token to play the Hamlet Glutton next turn if we want. Flame Lash. Wow. 4 damage. For 4 mana. I didn't know that card was in standard. Alright. Attack. I'll probably sacrifice the token and just play the Hamlet Glutton. Seems worth. Wait, I can cast it normally? Oh. Arena is lying to me. I'm too lazy to do the math, so I trust Arena to tell me by lighting up the card, but boom. Back up to 15, opponent. What are you gonna do? Volt charge. Dang. They have actual burn spells. They have Lightning Strike, they have Volt Charge, they have Flame Lash. So our life gain is going to be relevant this game. But we have them on a 2-turn clock. So that also is I will only attack in with the Hamlet Glutton, I think, this turn, just in case the opponent has a bunch more burn. We can stop them from finishing us with the Pyromancer. 9 life, so if they can do 9 damage with their cards in hand, I'll be baffled. Get him, Bristleback. Turn Inside Out. This destroys. That does trade, but I just do this. Don't know if it matters that much, but it keeps our Bristleback. Opponent Manifest Dread. That's a common though. Turn Inside Out is a common. Kinda crazy. Opponent concedes. Alright, we got there with our Lesnia Reanimator. Nice. 2 more matches to go, if we can win them. Oh my goodness, my throat just made a noise. Do you guys who are watching play the midweek magics? Because I feel like I never did. I've just been doing it recently because I think it's, I mean, I don't think they're a bad event. It's just not, generally not super thrilling, but hey man, if there's gonna be achievement for it, I guess that's a reasonable reason to do it. The old game of Magic where you just don't play cards. What is going on? Opponent? See if I turn on emotes. They're saying anything. No, I don't have emotes disabled. Lands, am I right? Oh. That's awkward. Well, I guess I can talk some about the Ketramose deck that I was putting together, that I've like sort of put together. I haven't played any games with it. I'm hoping that you all can help me put the finishing touches on it today, but it's a Ketramose deck that is looking to use some of the survival creatures from Duskmourn. Particularly, there is one that is a 3/1 for 2 mana. When it's tapped on your second main phase, you can search your library and put a creature, well, actually, I think it's any card into your graveyard. So you can go ahead, search your library, put Ketramose into your graveyard, and then if you have something like Recommission, you can get it back. Orzhov artifacts with Pactol Terror. Oh, interesting. Alright, this hand looks kind of jank, but we do have the reanimation with the cycling, so... I forgot to put in Llanowar Elves. I completely forgot about it. Well, I don't think it will matter. We have Format All-Star Plunge into Winter. I don't think this card is actually that bad. You scry 1, draw a card, and stop an attacker, which could be actually pretty good in some situations. I think it's just all the situations where it doesn't do much is the problem. Okay, well, we might be getting a free win because our opponent seems to not be here. But that does mean that we get to move on to standard a little bit faster. Okay, well, it was a free win. I cannot, unfortunately, when I'm live streaming, I cannot pause and come back after the opponent times out. That is kind of awkward. I just have to sit here with you all and talk about stuff. Whoa, okay. You know, I won't complain about getting a mythic. Alright. Opponent goes first. We do have our Surveil land, and we have cycling, so we can grab a forest. Turn 1, Surveil. I guess it's probably good that we didn't play. Well, we'll keep that. Hello, opponent. I guess it's probably good that we didn't play Llanowar Elves because we don't have enough green sources, I think, to make it worth it. Opponent is on mono red. I just noticed my stream is delayed by like 30 seconds. I wonder if that's because of a setting in YouTube or something else. Opponents got the burn plan. I like it. They got the foundations burn plan. Gitu Lava Runner, or Gitu, and Firebrand Archer. Format All-Star Plunge into Winter strikes again. What do you do about that, opponent? How you like them apples? We need our possessed goat. We gotta discard our Rust Goliath. Sure strike. Whoa. That hurt. Okay, we found our reanimation spell. We gotta find... Whoops. Oh, I think I messed up. Let's not talk about it. I think I was supposed to play the tap land and then cycle the Nurturing Bristleback that we have. Next turn we can play... Wait, no. I don't think it matters. We weren't going to be able to reanimate next turn anyways. Union. So we could also make your move if the opponent pumps something. Nope. We go down to 10. Opponent has 4 mana open. Offspring, when it dies, it deals 1 damage. Everyone's playing budget mono red. Why am I not surprised though? That is indeed nice, opponent. Well, I can't say nice, but Ride's End. I think we cannot afford to plan on using removal spells here. I think we just Nurturing Bristleback, reanimate it, and hope to chump our way through. Okay. We have 18 life. They have probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage, I think. We go down to 6. I don't think we're making out of this one. I don't think we're going to be making out of this one. Nope, I can't count. I cannot count. Grab a forest. I will probably just play the Etch Cornfield and then reanimate the Bristleback. Boom, blockers. What are you gonna do, opponent? Where's your graveyard hate? Huge. Next turn, we cannot hard cast one, unfortunately, but we could cast a Rust Goliath as a 3/5, which isn't terrible. Get rid of this, get rid of this, I think is the plan. I think that prevents the most amount of damage, though. If they have enough pump spells to get their Firebrand Archer to first strike and 5 power, that would be unfortunate. Shock to the face. Down to... We're down to 2 because these, when these die, they deal 1 damage. That's not good. Play a Possessed Goat. You're kind of late to the party, I'm not gonna lie. Play a blocker, and we're dead. We are dead, I think. I don't think it matters how we block. If we block both of these, we take 1 damage. No, I think we have a chance, but if the opponent has like any singular red spell, I think we are cooked. We can get rid of that with our make our move. We would like to play this out. Can we hard cast? Yes. Seems like a good plan. That gains us some life. And it puts another big body into play. Unfortunately, nothing we have has vigilance. So we're going to have to do this the very old-fashioned way of building creature one by one and then hopefully swinging in for big smacks. Catapult untaps, I believe, whenever they cast instant or sorcery. And they can do 1 damage when they tap it. So every single spell they cast can do a damage thanks to Catapult. It's similar to Firebrand Archer, but a bit more restrictive. But it has high toughness. Opponent, I don't think midweek magic is worth roping, or I don't think our opponent was really roping, but Alright, they have 4 attackers currently. This puts 5 creatures on the battlefield, so I could attack in with a Hamlet Glutton. Good game. Whoa, we did it. How are we doing tonight? We're doing alright. We just... I don't know. I think that was a 3-0 in the Midweek Magic event. Midweek Magic was a standard pauper, so you could only play using commons, and we built a Selesnya Reanimator deck, which was kind of fun. See what we get as our reward here. A card style for Soul Innervation. Innervation? This doesn't seem like the best of cards, but still, you know, I'll take it. But yeah, this was the deck. It was big creatures, just pretty generically big creature that we can cycle into our graveyard and then reanimate with Emerge from the Cocoon. Hamlet Glutton, which is just a big creature that gains its life when it enters. Some removal, well actually, yeah, some removal in Ride's End plus Make Your Move. Some card draw / life gain in Union of the Third Path and Helpful Hunter. Just card draw and Plunge the Winter, something to discard. Some Surveil lands and some type lands that we can cycle into them. But now we on to standard. Whoa. I did not mean to click play. We do not need to play any more rounds of Midweek Magic. So it looks interesting. I think you might be able to just click on Midweek Magic and click like play or something. You don't even have to actually play the games to get progress towards your achievement. What do we have? I know we got another orb. I hate having, well, I don't hate it, but it's kind of annoying having like the notifications at the top. Okay, I don't think there's anything I'm gonna spend the orb on. What is the daily deal? Is it a free pack? No. Just card styles. And our pack. Medicant Core Guidelight. Nice. Alright. That is enough of Midweek Magic. Here is the Ketramose deck that I was talking about. I'm still working on it. As you can see, it's a bit of a pile of one-ofs in some regards, but some of the main cards in the deck are, well, Urborg Scavengers, Ketramose. We're playing Shelter by Ghost, but that's not really a main card. Veteran Survivor, I guess, is part of the plan. And Cynical Loner. So, plan here is Ketramose cares about cards being exiled from the battlefield or your graveyard. So what if we can just put cards into a graveyard pretty consistently? And what if we could grab Ketramose, put it into our graveyard, and reanimate it cheaply with something like No One Left Behind or Recommission, which is another 2 mana reanimation for 3 mana values or less. So that is kind of the idea. Cynical Loner is like the big build around in the sense that if we can have this tapped, we can just tutor stuff into our graveyard. And then Veteran Survivor is kind of nice because if it is tapped, we get to exile cards with it, and if it has 3 cards exiled with it, it is a 1 mana 5/4, which is pretty funny, but also it just is a way to exile cards repeatedly with Ketramose. Now, it can be hard to have your survival creature survive, so we can play some like vehicles, such as Voyager Clyde car. There was another vehicle in here. Unidentified hover ship actually works really well with Ketramose because not only does it exile a creature, but you can also just crew. So you can crew your hover ship with your Cynical Loner, and then it's tapped for your post combat. And then the other plan here is we want to be exiling cards repeatedly for Ketramose. So the card that can do that is Scavengers, because whenever it enters or attacks, you exile a card from a graveyard and you put a counter on it. I think the music stopped. No, it didn't. It's just really quiet. So yeah, that, but then also it has the feature of if that card has like keywords, it gets those keywords. So if we can just tutor up Zatalpa, we can give our Urborg Scavengers flying, double strike, vigilance, trample, indestructible, which sounds pretty cool. Or we can just tutor up Zatalpa into our graveyard and reanimate it with nowhere left behind, which is both cheap reanimation, but also big reanimation for bigger creatures, which is nice. Right of the Moth, we can tutor to our graveyard to use the flashback, which is kind of interesting. I don't know if it's worth it. But also recommission, interestingly enough, it does say artifact or creature. So if in a pinch, we could tutor up the hover ship into our graveyard and reanimate it. So I'm kind of torn between all of these different reanimation spells. And then Cease is just kind of an interesting card because we can cast it to exile cards from graveyards, gain 2 life, and draw a card. So if we cast this with Ketramose out, we also get to draw a card from Ketramose. So it's like 2 mana, draw 2 cards, gain 2 life, which is interesting value. And then yeah, that's pretty much the deck. We are also considering like you could use Saddle to tap down your survival creatures. I could Soul Flanker. I mean, there's like a bunch of different options, I think. So I was kind of having trouble picking out in terms of what exactly to play, but let's see how we can do on the ranked ladder. I guess the only real way to figure out what to put in your deck is Trial by Fire. And let's go donate some rank. The Mighty. Alright, well, we have Ketramose, which is interesting, and we have Veteran Survivor, so maybe we'll keep this. We don't have the lands that we want, and we do have Zatalpa in our hand. Maybe we should have a way to discard a card from our hand. Is there... you know what? Let's check Scryfall while we wait. Format, Standard, Oracle, discard. The color is either white or black. I think I know how to do this. Sorry, you guys can't see me doing Scryfall, but I'm trying to be productive while we wait for our opponent to decide whether they want to keep their hand. We're gonna mill that because I don't think we can afford to draw into another land, or non-land. We'll play the Fabled Passage and the Veteran Survivor, and then I guess crack the Fabled on their turn. Opponent seems to be on a Golgari Elf deck, which I respect. Should be pretty fun to see. Unfortunately, do we have any sweepers in this deck? I don't think so. Which is not a great place to be. Also, not drawing into our next land could be pretty brutal. So let's just hope that happens. We could potentially cast Zadalpa if we get enough lands. No, darn it, we got stuck. We got stuck on no lands. We'll go ahead and exile one of these cards. We don't really mind exiling cards without Ketramose on the battlefield because we can eventually just turn on Ketramose. With that, like, it's one card towards the 7. Elf Lord, kind of annoying, but we'll take it. No, this is getting really annoying. Really annoying. Saddle. Can we saddle with multiple creatures? We can oversaddle. Interesting. So we'll just do that, I guess. Put the counter on itself so that it doesn't die to just one of them. Opponent doesn't want to trade. Fair enough. We'll go ahead, exile this. I guess we should turn on ordering of our triggered abilities so that we don't accidentally mess this up. We can't get Zatalpa in our graveyard, so might as well get Atraxa so we can get all those keywords with Urborg Scavengers. We're so close. If we just find one land, we can just run out Urborg Scavengers and get like a bajillion keywords. Opponent has access to 3 more mana with Leaf Crown Visionary. It is getting out of hand. The fact that we haven't drawn any of our Sheltered by Ghost, which also isn't helping. So the opponent's just running away with the board. Elves tend to do that. Just about anything that is not what I needed. I'm not gonna exile this. Give me a land. Thank you. I think we can just freely swing in. We probably should saddle and keep the Cynical Loner by. Put the counter on this so we can protect it, I guess. I don't know. I guess we should put the counter on the Cynical Loner. And then we will go ahead, exile this. I guess it doesn't really matter order, does it? Because we pick the target when we get the trigger. We have Ketramose in our hand, so we probably could just tutor up another Ketramose into our graveyard. So if we draw one of the reanimation spells, cheap reanimation spells, we can grab it that way. That is a 6/5. I repeat, that is a 6/5 for 1 mana. Holy. We haven't even done, we've been stuck on 2 lands and we got the opponent down to 8. Okay, maybe this plan isn't terrible. No, this hand looks awful. I don't know if I like the flanker. I don't think we need the flanker in terms of graveyard exiling because we already have so much. The problem is, like, if you don't have instant speed graveyard hate, something like Ghost Vacuum, you can have issues that way. Opponent drew a card. Their board is getting seriously wide though. The Scavengers giving it flying and everything will be probably the way we win. I've been liking this Ox though. Oh wait, we can just reanimate Atraxa with Red of the Moth. Oh my goodness. That's pretty insane. Okay, well, I guess we're doing the thing. This is so silly. Does this say any counter? Hold on. I want to check what this says. Creatures you control with counters gain hexproof and indestructible. This is a finality counter, so it does have a counter on it. So we can give it hexproof and indestructible. That's kind of absurd. Recommission to get back our buddy. The hover ship, I guess. Skitter, instant, and fabled, I guess, for our land. Oh, we have to discard. We will crew Cynical Loner. So that goes ahead and tutors up another card into our graveyard, and I think we'll just swing in with the Veteran Survivor. Because why not? It's a 6/5. discarding 2 cards down to hand size. We can discard Zatalpa. Could be pretty nice. Because we could reanimate that potentially soon. We'll go ahead, exile. Damn, this was not the most ideal trigger to have, because now we have to exile one of our cards that we kind of want in our graveyard. We'll tutor up a land, because we don't want to draw more lands, I guess. That is like the one nice thing, is I feel like you can never go wrong with the Cynical Loner trigger. You can just tutor up lands if you don't want to draw more of them. You want to just draw more gas. Discard 2 cards, discard Zatalpa, and the flanker. I think we're definitely gonna get rid of cut the flanker from the deck. I don't think we need it. I think if we were playing into mono red, we would have had a lot more troubles here. I'm just thinking, like, sure, we're kind of popping off, but the opponent also could still about murder us if they hit some good cards off of what presumably is going to be a Genesis wave. But yeah, what was I trying to say? Sure, we're doing some cool things, but our opponent isn't necessarily playing the most meta of decks, so that also is something we have to be cognizant of. Ooh, that's some good cards. Fortunately, I don't think any of it will change the outcome, because I don't think we're dying, and we just have Atraxa in the air that we can give Hexproof and Indestructible with the Ox. Okay, I'm a believer in this Bulwark Ox now. We're going to be playing I think we're going to move up to like a full play set. I don't think we need Lord Skitter. Well, we can keep 1 copy of it, I guess. It is a legendary. Okay. Does the opponent have any way to gain life? I don't think so. So we just swing in with Atraxa. GG. Alright, let's try and make some tweaks based off of that game. It's nice we don't have to run a ton of reanimation targets because we just tutor the card to the graveyard. Kinda crazy. Okay, what cards did we not really care for? I don't think I want Voyager Glide Car. This card I put in here is because it's a vehicle that you can crew with pretty much anything. It only gets flying if you tap it down with 3 or more creatures, which technically, interesting synergy with Ketramose. You can still crew with him. He's still a creature. He just can't attack or block. So he can also hold Sheltered by Ghost. Funny enough. So you can put Sheltered by Ghost onto your Ketramose that is indestructible, which is pretty, I feel like is pretty cool and strong. Yeah, Interrupter and Quetzal Flanker I don't think is necessary. Cease Desist is nice because we can destroy all artifacts and enchantments, and there's a lot of like Xur domain overlords. There's a lot of artifacts or particularly enchantments. But I don't know if it's worth playing. It is instant speed Graveyard Hate that triggers Ketramose. Is Skitter worth it? I don't know if Skitter is actually worth it, to be honest. Skitter just seems slow. Am I right in saying that? The Ride's End is not bad, but we also have Hovership. I think we go up to 2 Hovership. Like the Ox a lot. Do we make a decision on our reanimation spells here? I think we want at least 1 Rite of the Moth because we can tutor it into our graveyard to use later on. Do we ever want to tutor up Unidentified Hovership and recommission it? Huh. Parting Gust? as another question whether or not we want Parting Gust. It's a way to protect Ketramose. Tough choices. This is removal. This is graveyard hate, I guess. We already have... What do we have in terms of graveyard hate? We have these for graveyard hate. This is our removal. This taps down stuff. Do you have anything with hexproof? I guess we could put Valgavoth Lair in our deck real quick. Valgavoth. Just a one of, so we can tutor it into the graveyard to give our Scavengers hexproof. We'll drop... What do we want to drop for that? Caves of Koilos, maybe? We can probably go down a basic. We have 8. Parting Gust. I'm still undecided on the rest of this, but we'll try a full playset of Bulwark Ox. That felt pretty good going off with the survival cards every single turn though. That was crazy. Just putting whatever we wanted into the graveyard, or didn't want, I guess also. You can either put whatever you want or you don't want. The option is yours. Maybe we need to find a way to discard a card though, because Zatalpa in our hand, it looks so bad. This is land rich, so I'm going to mulligan it for that reason. That's my justification. Now we have Cynical Loner plus Scavengers, which is pretty good. So we can put Zatalpa in the graveyard with Loner and then play Scavengers and then immediately exile Zatalpa. Opponent would have to be holding up removal to respond to that. Don't think we need Cease Desist. If we have the Scavengers. Maybe I'm wrong. Surveil. Oh no. Okay, so this is domain probably. Oop. That is problematic because we don't actually have a way to stop a Sunfall. Okay, opponent scoops it up to Cynical Loner. Interesting. Yes, I did have fun winning. All right, we need a real match. That was not necessarily the best of tests. XV DB. Huh? I am confused. Opponent's name is a barcode. We'll go and keep. I think we play the Surveil lane first. Okay, well, it does draw a card. I'll keep it for that reason, just in case the opponent is a graveyard deck. Wager Glide card. They're probably not a graveyard deck. Play the Ox. Next turn we can play the Survivor and Cease Desist. Opponent is reading. That's scary. Okay, the opponent might be Boros Convoke. Yikes. We could hover ship them. Through the Glide car. This hand feels a little awkward because we don't have anything that we can use to put things into the graveyard. So there's nowhere, or no one left behind doesn't feel the best. So maybe we need more. Maybe we need the one of draw discard. Probably should use a sweeper in the deck somewhere. Like a Day of Judgment or two. Exile up to one target creature. Okay, so we can't do that with it. Or we can't... Ooh, we can exile their frontliner, which is kind of funny. Land. Actually a plan that I had. Scavengers is cool. Survivor. Go ahead, tap down the Survivor. No, we attack in. It seems like a bad idea to attack in, but I'm going to do it anyways, because the opponent probably might just run out an Imidane's Recruiter and we'll take 9 damage, but do you want to trade everything for a Bulwark Ox? I think I'll throw in one of the, what is that? Mozzalanti, the Great Door. Just 3-mana artifact, you can tap, draw, discard every single turn. Exile this. We need 2 more cards before our Veteran Survivor gets massive. This hover ship we can eat something up with, which is nice. Opponent. Anything good? Just a reinforcements main phase. Interesting. I guess you can use it to crew the glide car. A 1-drop, so you can tap 3 to give it a counter. No. Convoking. Okay. Kind of annoying having this Bulwark Ox on the battlefield. You have to just click resolve to absolutely everything. I think we get counters regardless of whether or not Urborg Scavengers exiles things. Though we probably should put that draw discard card in the deck because otherwise we don't have much to hit with Scavengers. I don't think we want that. We can unidentified hovered ship their Knight Errant of Eos. Is that a good idea? The surveil ends are quite nice because we can just surveil something into our graveyard and then reanimate it that way. I mean, I can saddle the Ox. I don't think I'm going to attack in, am I? Probably not. Just exile something with our Survivor. I probably shouldn't be doing this because I feel like the opponent's going to play something big any turn now and then swing in, but unfortunately we cannot trade our hover ship for their glide car because it is only a 2/2. Maybe the hover ship isn't worth it in this deck and we just play Bulwark Ox as our way to tap down our creatures. The Ox is pretty good. It is removal that synergizes with Ketramose, but we haven't found Ketramose. I want a game where we actually play Ketramose. Last game we kinda got stuck on lands. Or well, maybe not last game, the game before that. We got stuck on lands. Planning to crew up their glide car, it looks like, or they're convoking. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go down to one hover ship. I don't think playing more than one is that worth it. Play the Fortress Scavengers. There's nothing to exile with our survivor, so we'll just keep it as is. What? Oh, I guess you do not get the counter if there's nothing to exile. So yeah, we need to be actively putting things into the graveyard more heavily, I think. Our deck is a little too light on that. I think we can afford to play the Lively Dirge. It allows us to tutor up and reanimate Ketramose all in one swift go. Also works well with Scavengers because we can tutor up what we want into our graveyard. And also works with our other reanimation spells. So maybe we get rid of the recommission in favor of that. Go down a hover ship. I don't think Survivor is an incredible card, but it's still not bad for triggering our stuff, I think. Maybe Survivor is not actually good. Not sure. But we will never find out with the way our opponent is playing. Come on, dude. Please. You just run out the knights. Okay. Why did you not tap your summoning sick creatures? I guess you're not planning attacking in with the other stuff, but... I can't really block it. And we don't have any instant speed removal. That's another reason my ownership is kind of rough. Scavengers again? Man, I thought Scavengers put the counter on if you... Let's just check. If we attack in with Scavengers, what happens? Do we get a counter? No, we don't. So you have to have things in the graveyard. That kind of blows. Opponent takes the damage. Interesting. Play Scavengers. And I think we're cooked. Hopefully our opponent realizes that and just keeps doing their thing. I'm too impatient. Like, they just play Immodane's Recruiter. We take like half our life. Our remaining life total goes away or is completely gone. And then they do that again next turn and we lose. Sporos Convoke. Seen it a dozen times. Alright. What were we saying? Don't think recommission is worth it. I think we want the Lively Dirge instead. Oop. Oop, okay, it's there. Oops, I bumped my mic. Alright, Lively Dirge. Don't think hover ship is entirely worth it. Yeah, we didn't get sheltered by ghosts either. What? Could play another Ride's End instead of the sheltered or the second unidentified hover ship. Survivor? Do we want a full playset of Survivor? I don't know. Cease? I really feel like this card has not been amazing. While I think it could dunk on certain matches, I don't think it's worth playing for just that reason. Just to do that is what I mean. Ooh, sweeper. I was talking about a sweeper. Is it worth playing temporary lockdown? Probably. Yeah, probably, because our scavengers dodges it, so that is probably the biggest thing. Hmm. If we're playing lockdown, it feels so silly to be playing so many 2-drops and 1-drops. Or and the 1-drop. Hmm. Problem is, I think lockdown's just a good card. Oh, we want to draw discard. Discard. Yeah, I guess the only decent option is Matsulanti. We have 5 reanimation spells. Really not that crazy amount of removal. Okay, I can't bring myself to play temporary lockdown. It just feels so weird to be playing it in a deck with small creatures. We're just gonna fight them with big stuff is the plan. Oh, we got the Valgavoss Lair in the opening hand. That's kind of rough. And the Atraxa. The one of Atraxa. I feel like every single game we've had either Atraxa or Zatalpa in our hand. It's kind of annoying. Okay, this hand somehow is worse, but I don't think we want to Sheltered by Ghosts with no creatures. Opponent on Azorius, potentially? That's scary. Swing in. I'm dropping the hover ship. I can't. This is so useless. I don't know, maybe it's too ambitious to be both a reanimator deck and a creature deck. We want the map, so I'm not going to sacrifice the Ox in response. But now we're playing into a deck that doesn't have any creatures with a hover ship in our hand. Like, ah. I guess I didn't need to crack this, but I probably should crack it before our turn so that we don't draw into another land. Probably will still draw into another land, but okay, we drew into Zatalpa, which is probably the equivalent. Alright, Rides End our fortress for us, please. Oh, man. I feel like I'm getting some seriously bad luck here. There's one unidentified hover ship, and when we draw it against the deck that's not playing creatures. You're gonna counterspell our hover ship? Oh. And we drew into another Shelter by Ghost. Ay, caramba. Urborg Scavengers. Okay, I'm putting a freaking Cavern of Souls in the deck. I'm putting 2. I'm so done with this. Suffering in silence is probably not very good content here, but don't know what to say. That sucked. Maybe this deck idea is trash. I feel like all of the ideas I come up with are trash in the end, though. Nothing will ever be good enough for the meta or the deck that you don't intend to run into. I haven't seen Ketramose a single freaking time. So annoying. Got the Caves of Koilos in favor of Cavern of Souls. Probably could play like a full play set of Shadowy Backstreet if we really wanted to. Heck, why don't we throw in a Valga Vault? Or actually, we could play in a Collector's Vault. No, I don't know. Don't, heck, don't. Exile. Cards are put into. I guess we could argue that Valga Vault. Valga Vault allows us to play put things into exile, so we're gonna play it. And now we can reanimate it. This deck is awful. Next game. We have Ketramose. Opponent seems to be an Elf Enjoyer. They have Freyleas as their commander. They have Green Sleeves, and they have alternative art for Llanowar Elves. The Jumpstart art. Another Llanowar Elves. Not a bad start. Lively Dirge means we can tutor something to a graveyard to go ahead and trigger Urborg Scavengers with. Get in there, Ox. Next turn we can Fabled Passage, play Urborg Scavengers, and exile the Org or the Fabled Elder. Do I have anything that would stop us? No, not really. I could also just lively. Well, let's see what we scry. Sheltered by Ghost. I guess we'll take that. Play Scavengers, exile a Fabled Passage. We'll draw a card. We're doing the thing. Holy moly. It's happening. It's happening. The Ox. Can't really crew in an attack. So we'll just have to keep it cool. Does green have any way of... Okay, so it is a mono green deck, so it's not exactly elves, because there is Silverback Elder. Cavern of Souls on elf, though. they will ramp. Definitely an elf deck though. It looks like it's just Elder for value. Play Fabled Passage, crack it. Grab a Plains, I guess. And there's a lot of things I could do. I think it's probably in my best interest to tutor up Zatalpa into our graveyard. And then Sheltered by Ghosts. No, we will go attacking first. Attack. We'll go ahead to exile Zatalpa to give this flying lifelink double, or not lifelink, but flying double strike, 4/4 trample, vigilance, keyword soup. Hit the opponent pretty hard. Play a Sheltered by Ghost on that Scavengers so that it is got ward 2 and grab their Silverback Elder. We'll draw another card to Ketramose. It's happening! It's happening! We're doing it! We can play the Cynical Loner, scry or tutor something into our graveyard with Bulwark Ox and then reanimate it the following turn. Indestructible, flying, or sorry, vigilance, flying, double strike, indestructible, lifelink, ward 2, 5/4. What you got, opponent? Next turn is going to go up to a 6/4. Oh. Opponent's got Nissa, which is pretty nice, but I don't think that will save them. Destroy that. That does work. It is slightly smaller. Fortunately for you, it is still big. Let's go. Okay. Feeling better now. I do think we need more things to fill our graveyard with. Parting Gust is an interesting option, but I really don't think it's worth. Play another Great Door. So we just have constantly a card that we can put into our graveyard to exile with the Scavengers. If we draw a second Great Door, we can always discard it. Let's give that a whirl. Oops. We can tutor up Ketramose with Lively Dirge. And then Sheltered by Ghost, but that's not the best of plans, but what do we got? Ooh, turn 2 Ketramose off of the Surveil land. Don't mind if I do. Do not mind if I do in the slightest. That's nice. What you got? Anoint with Affliction. Boom, gone. That would stink. Oh, God. That sucks. Opponent has no chill. Has no chill. Vampire and Nighthawk. Haywire Might. They have no mana open to use their Haywire Might. I guess Ketramose is just a god. He's just a god. God. Put this on the Veteran Survivor. Kinda have to take the Haywire Might, so. Saddle the Survivor. Get in there. I could put the counter. We'll put the counter on the Survivor. Survivor is extra tanky. Wait, I should have put the counter on. Fine. We can get Ketramose next turn and then saddle to draw a card. We have 2 cards in exile. They have 2 cards in exile. Hmm. 3 mana finds Zatalpa, play Urborg Scavengers, and therefore have Zatalpa is, or not have Zatalpa, but play both sides. We'll go ahead and grab Ketramose and reanimate Ketramose. We'll saddle our Survivor. Go to no attacks. Exile the Dirge because it doesn't really do anything, and draw a card. We're doing things. Whoa. We're unstoppable. Okay, maybe Ketramose isn't as good as I thought. It's a lot of work to get Ketramose to do pretty simple things. Ooh, we can steal the Vampire Nighthawk's keywords with Urborg Scavengers. Oh wait, we can't because it's gonna get exiled. My bad. That's kind of gross. I will exile and then draw. This is indestructible. Surely it doesn't die. I will get rid of this one. Draw. Now it's unlocked to attack. And I can get in with both of these bad boys. Holy, okay, wait a minute. We're doing it. We're doing it. That's pretty cool. We exile another card. We draw another card. Okay. Okay. I'm believing. I am beginning to believe. So we went from 10 all the way up to like 20. Don't really need to block. Part of the Moth is not very useful, but okay. Opponent. I have a death touching blocker now, but we have Menace with our Ketramose. They make a map. It's kind of annoying. Sentinel Nameless City draws them a land. Okay. Mildred's Edict. Get rid of an Ox. Creature of the Schism. Alright, what do we hit off our land? Big stuff, big stuff. Another Ox is not really what I was hoping for. I will not lie. That was not exactly what I was hoping for. Alright. Urborg Scavengers. Hit good. What do we draw? Another Urborg Scavengers. Play Urborg Scavengers. What do we draw? It's going. It's going. We're doing things with the nonsense. I think I won't attack this turn. I probably should be attacking, but I want to use my indestructible blocker on their Preacher. We are running out of cards to exile though, so we're not going to be able to keep drawing cards with our Scavengers. But that felt good. Maybe we need more self-mill. Play the cheap 1-mana creatures that mill. Okay. That's a thought. That's kind of gross. So how about no? Wachow. They now are hexproof and indestructible. Get oxed. Okay. We're cooking. We're cooking. This is like a reverse raise the past deck. We just put stuff in our graveyard to eat. Fortunately, we don't have anything to saddle anymore. Nothing worth reanimating, I don't think. Actually, I could reanimate one of the Oxes. You know what? Fine. I reanimate Ox. Now, what you gonna do? Swing, swing. Swing. I guess we don't really mind them attacking. We can. Their Survivor. What do they get if we attack in with the Survivor? Can I see the card that's exiled under it with the Sheltered? Haywire Might. Yeah, we don't. You know what? You can have your Haywire Might back. I do not care. Maelstrom Pulse. And I'll grab the Ox. We draw. We draw. Another Scavenger. Oh my goodness. Okay, Scavengers with Ketramose is kind of gas. I like it. I think we draw off of this. That's too funny. Take that, opponent. Do we have a land drop? Your graveyard. Can I exile something from mine? Thank you. I kind of want the Death Touch creature. That'd be fun. Or the Death Touch on one of my Scavengers. Wait. We're destroying Golgari mid-range. They are going to pop their map. Gix's command. Oh dearie. So close to being so good. That Gix's command would have been brutal. GG. Okay, I'm starting to like where we are, but I think we could take this another direction where we just mill ourselves a bit more aggressively. Foundations? Nah. That's unfortunate. Alright. Mill. The creatures. Creatures that mill. Enters, you may mill 2 cards. Not terrible. You have gnawing vermin, which is alright. Maybe there's surveil. Yeah, the gorehound, of course. Flying. That's a nice keyword to pick up, potentially. Sacrifice a creature, surveil 1. There's not a ton of surveil. We'll keep it as is and run it again. I don't think there's any tweaks to be made yet. How are we doing with the deck? That can't be right. I guess it's probably right. 4 and 2. Well, we have Ketramose, we have Ox, we don't have a way to fill our graveyard, so... And we're against red. Ooh, graveyard filler. And a way to tap down our creatures with Ox, so we're in a good spot here. We could put together a Zetalpa with Scavengers, thanks to Cynical Loner. So it's gonna be really, really slow. If we can, we should probably trade. Nope, okay. Opponent does not want to trade. We can play the Loner. Ox, we can find... Can we put Zetalpa in the graveyard? Yeah, I think so. Because we want it indestructible. I guess we could put Ketramose in the graveyard. That way it gets indestructible and lifelink. Yeah, I guess we have to tutor up Ket. Okay, we need to find our... What is it called? Yeah, that's not it. Shelter to a ghost is what I'm trying to say. Alright, this is a big question of what do we tutor up into our graveyard. I might put Ketramose in the yard. Because this gives us indestructible and lifelink. And menace. Most important being indestructible and lifelink, so we can have an indestructible life linking body. Double Screaming Nemesis says, how about you don't gain any life ever? By ever I mean ever. I should have played the Fabled Passage probably, but I'll talk about it. I should have also probably tapped my Cynical Loner with the Ox, but I'll just swing in. Opponent is going to trade. Alright, well. I guess that's okay. It's not, because I wanted Zetalpa in the graveyard, and then we could have started swinging with the Scavenger. Alright, I have a plan. If the opponent doesn't have a way to deal, we're fine. We are fine. There's hope. Watch this. Aha! We're cooking. Go up to 3. Is there any good keywords in our graveyard? No. Alright, Zatalpa. Zatalpa. I tried to make it happen. We'll play this again as a jump blocker. Get rid of haste, prowess. That doesn't really make a difference, but now it has haste. Up 4. You're gonna do 6. I don't think we can make it. They need to hold back a nemesis, or actually they need to hold back 2 nemesis, but that's fine. Sacrifice? Lively Dirge. What can we grab with Lively Dirge? Zatalpa. We can grab Zatalpa. And we can reanimate another creature. Alright, so we go grab Zatalpa, give this big boy even bigger stats, and then we reanimate probably the Ox and the Ox. And we can chump block. Oh, no way, no way. I'll crack this Fabled Passage to dunk on our opponent here. No way we're gonna get through this by just sacrificing an Ox into the face of this screaming Nemesis. Zatalpa, give it double strike, flying, trample, all the good keywords. And we go up 10 life, opponent goes down 10 life. And I don't think they can kill us. Knock on wood. That's a mountain. That was too close. That was too close. That was insane. Okay. We're cooking. We're cooking. We're climbing as well, so good place to be. No, just run it again. No tweaks. Clearly, it's perfected. Valgaval's Lair. Hand is rough. We'll keep it and surely it'll work out. That last match was insane though. We got there with just Urborg Scavengers. Play the Ox. Raceway. Seer Slicer Goblin. Okay, it's goblins. Goblins. Fabled Passage we'll take. I probably shouldn't have cracked this here, but it's fine. We'll get another black source for Rite of the Moth. Hold back the Ox just in case the opponent wants to attack in. But we can also just ride Zend. House Squad heavy. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. Because now they get something for free to attack in with. Kind of annoying. This ride's end not looking as good as I wish it was. Sheltered by Ghosts. Okay. Play out Ketramose. Get the magic happening. Next turn we can Shelter by Ghosts onto Ketramose. And then maybe ride Zen if we get a land off our few cards here, but we could just be... I feel like my stream is very far behind. Oh, that's just the preview. Okay. A little bit confused. Lock it down. Hope that's good. We are playing lockdown with creatures that get locked up, so maybe not the most ideal, but I'm tired of losing to just stuff. Your goodness gracious. You don't need that in our opener. Oh, we are drawing into all of the oxes. We need this on white because this only taps for black. Confusing which one they tap for without having Alright, I'll just play an ox. This might be a temporary lockdown matchup. Might just trade this ox. I don't think Mere Convert is the best in terms of toxic creatures, but they got the toxic pump spell. Yep. In defiance, I sacrifice my ox. Play a Surveilland. Scavengers we can get back with the Dirge. Play a Chump Blocker. And pass. Ossification. Oh my. We can actually get rid of their ossification with this temporary lockdown, funny enough. So we will get that back. Brawling Chorus. Interesting. Well, kind of wish I drew land, but I think I'm gonna lock down and just get back our creature. And then we can try and set up Cynical Loner to tap it down with Ox so that we can get Urborg Scavengers value. We have our Valgvoss lair on the battlefield, so we can't tour up something to give it hexproof, unfortunately. Get in there, Ox. Just kidding. Alright, exile a card. We'll exile yours. I'll search for Zatalpa, probably. Unfortunately, Indestructible does not do anything into destroy all tapped creatures. That's unfortunate. Might draw. I will not block. I don't mind the 2 damage. We need a land so that we can find Ketramose, and then we can start really going off. Now this is really big. We can give it hexproof. Whoops. I guess I could attack with that. I should have, but I would have preferred to settle it. Gotta remember to settle, everyone. Otherwise, you don't really get much value. Whoa. Turning up the music. You're going to give it protection, or not protection, hexproof. Can't be blocked. They want to get through our Urborg Scavenger. How dare they? Split up. All untapped. Well, if you're going to do that, I'm going to Ox in response. Going to ox you a question. Pretty bad joke. Alright, Fabled Passage does mean we get Ketramose, but is it worth getting Ketramose if we lose Ketramose or lose our big boy? Probably not. I'm thinking I could tutor something up, but just do this. Get rid of a split up. Now double striking 4/4 with vigilance, and we can give it hexproof with the Bulwark Ox so they can't ossification it. And then next turn we get Ketramose and we'll start drawing cards from our scavengers. Yeah, this game plan is a little bit slow. It's too many moving pieces for standard. You have to be simple yet effective. I'm glad I did this because now they shouldn't be able to remove these scavengers for a turn more. Opponent is going to get their crawling course in there. I don't know why they didn't attack with their enduring innocence, considering, okay, we just top deck the Ketra. Just top deck the Ketramose, surely. Kind of maybe should have done things slightly differently, but fine. We'll draw a card. Okay, never punished. Nope, still punished. Probably should have just reanimated the Ox, I'm not gonna lie. Probably should have just gotten the Ox back. Name Ox. Do they have the removal for scavengers? We've gone through an ossification. Okay, they do not have removal for scavengers yet. Do they have removal? Is scavengers going to solo our opponent here? Wait, the Ox is so good with Urborg Scavengers. Kind of crazy. It saved us from a removal spell. Was it multiple? I think it was only A. But hey. One protection is all you need for the man holding whatever. That's like the Elish Norn head shape thing. I don't know. Opponent trying in vain to gain life and poison us. No witnesses. That's too funny. Very nice, very nice. Well, indestructible. It gets there. Land Ho? Wait, what is the Land Ho? Is that just playing lands? Oh, Haunt the Network is another card that I have to try and build around. Was that my first green achievement? That's kind of sad. I need to do more. Gotta get the mighty. Alright, well, I want to see. I feel like so far this version of the deck has been going pretty smoothly, but I feel like it should not be. Survivor. Yeah, we don't have anything to feed the graveyard, which is a little concerning here, but being concerned is my strong suit. Intimate. No. Come on, opponent. Don't you just want to be friends? No, they do not. Kinda lame. Party pooper. Bye bye, survivor. You didn't survive for long. Wait, what? They're stealing cards from our hand. That's not cool. I'm just gonna put that on God every single time. You're gonna get soloed by Veteran Survivor. Gonna become massive and hexproof. What are you gonna do, opponent? Can you stop? So mono black discard, eh? Well, we're gonna start drawing cards. This is our Veteran Survivor. We're doing it. We're doing it. We put together the deck and it's decking. What the heck? Okay, this is actually kind of cool. Unstoppable Slasher? Well, watch me stop him. I can't. Actually, I can't. That's not good. Is the opponent just going to combo us after all of this? That'd be so sad and so dumb. Draw removal? A land. A land is nice. That gives us a blocker. Or if they have the stupid demon. Yeah, that's not the demon. Ketramose is not active yet. Opponent's holding back as a blocker. That's insane. Well, I could legend roll Ketramose, and does that give me... No. Well, actually I can play this, and this will give us a draw with Ketramose and turn it on. Fortunately, I think I gotta hold back Ketramose here. Opponent really had the freaking tithing blade? That's so freaking unbelievable, man. Like, tithing blade of all things. If it was anoint, I would be less mad, but tithing blade? Why the hell are you playing tithing blade in mono black? That just felt extra. It just was like, this doesn't hit certain cards, but it will hit yours, and I'm gonna play it for that reason. I don't know. I don't know. We just lose those, I guess. I don't think there's anything to change. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything to change there. Yep. Just get good. I think that's the answer. Just don't lose. 5-head. Gosh, I hate Unstoppable Slasher. It's such a silly card, man. Like, 3 mana, it will literally destroy you and your entire family. And then, while it does that, it also will just, like, if you move your house after it destroyed your house, it will find you and then destroy your house again. It's like ultra hateful. I don't know if Sheltered is that great in this deck. Beanstalk, that's scary. No, this might be a temporary lockdown moment, just to get rid of the Beanstalk. No, they have the freaking Overlord. Okay, maybe they don't have the Overlord. Opponent, that was kind of a mistake, because now we can do this and it actually makes you lose the card. Get rid of the Beanstalk, I think it's worth. assuming the opponent built their deck around Beanstalk. Yeah, they would have drawn a card from the Overlord. I don't know why they bothered removing the Ox. That's crazy. That did not seem worth it when they could have just drawn the card. Oops. Can't saddle during combat. Ay, ay, ay. I hate saddle. Why is it different than crew? It's like the exact same thing, but you can only do it at sorcery speed. I think, right? Yeah, saddle is a sorcery. Alright, you have Ride's End, don't you? Your last ride, Fortress. Or are you just fishing? You are just fishing. Wow. Where is our creatures? I felt like tapping it, so I did. Wait, I feel like what is our track record with this deck? Okay, it's only 6-4. I was like, we're not winning that much. Ah, man, I don't know. I'm starting to get really sick and tired of Standard. It's so dumb. I'm just bad. I'm bad at the game. That's the answer why I'm mad. I'm mad because I'm bad, but man. Caretaker's Beanstalk deck. Gonna draw a bajillion cards. And I have to play Temporary Lockdown to try and deal with mono red. And I don't draw enough cards. Okay, new plan. We're doing version 2. This is version 1, but worse is the plan. No. No. Keep Red of the Moth. Nowhere to Left Behind we'll keep, I guess. Talpa, you can stay. Valgavoth, no. Great Door, out. Temporary Lockdown, out. Day. Mill. Then Surveil. I don't think we need Veteran Survivor, to be honest. Where is the Surveil guy? Warhound. Is Cynical Loner worth playing? Do we need life gain? Nah. Surely not. Don't think we can play Slowlands. Can we? I don't know. $24. I'll keep one fortress because of... Now our graveyard becomes our second hand. I don't think we can afford to play this many fables. Or yeah, fabled. Sealed courtyard. Alright, well, lands are cursed. I don't know. We need recommission. We do helping hand, I guess. What did the Oculus decks play? In terms of... I think we want Ox at least. This is so dumb. This is so dumb. Alright, well. I don't know what I just did. This is surely gonna play like absolute buns. And looks perfectly awful, just as I planned. Aha! We still have no other 1-drops to pair with it, or 2-drops to pair with it. So, not good yet. Valgavoss Lair. I have no way to get that in the graveyard now. But yeah, if we draw into our like reanimation targets, that's not great either. But you know, just don't. Just don't. Put that on white. We have black here. Back in. Opponent's playing Azorius. Surely this will... Okay, it's artifact. Grand Spider, that's whatever. Oh wait, they have exile based removal. That's no fun. They also got rid of our Gorehound, which is actually kind of problematic because we need it in our graveyard for scavengers. Might just Day of Judgment here soon. I guess we get nowhere left behind our scavengers to get it back. I was hoping to mill a Ketramose or something to... Okay, encroaching Mycosynth. Definitely an interesting card. Draw a card with our scavengers. Fighter. Doing some work here. We got reach. Nowhere left behind does mean we can get Gorehound back, but maybe we don't do that. Probably not the best use of it. The Inner Sun, I do enjoy that card. Enigma Jewel. Yeah, nothing to do yet, so we'll just go in, get our Menace. Draw a card. Wow, we're drawing into every single Ketramose, man. I'm gonna lose my mind. Opponent can probably flip that pretty easily. Yeah, they have a ton of rocks and stuff over there. Big golem coming. Saw blades. Spring loaded. Unfortunate for us. That will die. We can get it back with the nowhere left to run, or no one left behind. The Thousand Moon Smithy means they get another massive body, so we're probably just gonna die because we used our one sweeper. More artifacts. Hello, opponent? Yo, can I play the game? Thank you. Happens, it happens. This thrall has been absolute buns. Alright, we can survive a turn, but it's starting to look really, really stupid. Well, actually, we might not be able to survive a turn. Wow. Interesting. Does that cost them a single blue to activate? We're gonna have to throw a Restless Fortress in front of it. And just hope to draw into what we need. Glass Casket. Oh my goodness, that was so close to being bad. We have to activate this to survive. Actually, we don't have to. But we lose a life when we get Ketramose trigger, so we can't. We actually had to. No. Not fair. Yeah, can I not draw Ketramose Tron? Is that like an option here? He's pretty cool, but I don't need all four of them. Oh man, if we drew into like a single mill creature or something and just hit something else that we could reanimate, that would have been so much nicer. Ah. Alright, well, this hand looks awful, but just as I designed it. Bulwark Ox. Helping hands and stuff are not great when you don't have cards in your graveyard. Loot, that's scary. Okay, we did hit a land. I'll put this on God. God. Here the scavengers. Well, I could have saddled and attacked. That's my bad. Wouldn't really done anything because they would just blocked, but Bill is getting Squall. I think Bulwark Ox, from the games that we've played with it so far, I think is actually a pretty darn good card, because if you're playing any kind of counters, well, there's not that many counters cards, but if you are playing counters based synergies, it can be really good protection. Opponent didn't attack in with loot. Scavengers, get in there. Gets a counter. The opponent chooses to block. I'll give it indestructible. And then I will sweep the board. Oh no! Psych. Yeah. I can get back my Ox for 1 mana. Balos. Dear God. Dear God. Oh my goodness. Well, that wasn't very good. I somehow feel like... Oh, gosh darn. This is what I've done with Ox the most, is just jump block. Dear you me. Opponent has a big thing and they will show you it. Okay, that you know, you didn't scratch that. I did not say that. What do we draw? A perfect answer? No way. Alright, I might have to just concede that Ketramose is not a good card. I think Monument had more potential than Ketramose, which is kind of saying something. Because Ketramose is like a mythic and is supposed to be pretty good, but I just don't know if it has as many legs in standard. This version of Ketramose was better, I think, where you just like kind of playing Ketramose as 4 copies of Beanstalk, or 4 more copies of Beanstalk. But this deck is just bad because you're not playing Zur, and Zur allows you to have nut draws with your overlords and gain a bunch of life so that you can actually raise mono red, which is silly. So there's really only one good way of playing Beans, and it's Zur, which is sad. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm always wrong. What did I want to play? Oh, I was gonna see, do I still have the deck here? I might have to import the deck. No way. Hold on, I gotta go find the deck. I want to play one of the old decks that I put together, but I don't actually seem to have it. Okay, I don't think I actually have it on Moxfield, so I have to go to my other deck, or onto like Aether Hub, where I used to put my deck list. Darn it, I have to... oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to search it because I'm not logged in. I don't really want to try and log in. Where are you? Is it on page 2? That'd be kinda crazy. Okay, you know what? I am just gonna go straight to the YouTube video and then pull it from that. I have to mute YouTube for a moment though. Where are you? Oh, here it is. Okay. Found it. Do I have the deck list? Export. Go ahead, close out of this, unmute YouTube. And here we go. We're playing. If we're gonna just kind of do silly things, why not just go all the way and try and reanimate in one shot? We're back to trying to play, well, for the time being, for like a game or two, we're gonna play reanimate Galta, basically. And if we reanimate Galta, we put a bunch of big things onto the battlefield. The ambitious. Our deck is pretty ambitious. Oh my goodness, we did not draw into any draw discard. Alright, we'll give this a go maybe. Don't think we need 3 reanimation spells. 2 should be enough even if the opponent has turn 1 duress. Which does not look like is the case. We do need to hit land drops, but hitting all of our surveillance is kind of awkward. Merfolk. Deep Root Wayfinder. Vault is nice. I don't think I need Vault. Alright, this song is a little annoying. Land. We don't need another land. Draw discard. We find something big. No, we did not find anything big. I guess we'll reanimate as a Tulpa next turn, or not as a Tulpa, a Vaultborn Tyrant next turn. Spell at our retreat. That's what it looks like our opponent is playing. Some kind of landfall deck. That's kind of interesting. That's not very helpful. Hulking Metamorph is pretty good because we can copy up our Vaultborn Tyrant. Turn 4 Vaultborn. What you got, opponent? The Bill. Bristly Bill, I didn't realize this card is like nearly $50 in paper. Kind of criminal. Opponent has an answer to Vaultborn? Oh, they do. Okay, that's fine. We'll get another Vaultborn trigger. Emodanes is cool. I think I will Oracle of Tragedy. Hopefully find a Gulta. Gulta? Atali. Ooh, okay. Put Atali in the graveyard. And yeah, we kind of need to block. This is getting out of hand. This is a cool deck though. I'll give the opponent that. Overlord of the Hauntwoods. They get to another landfall trigger. And then they can double up all their counters. So every single one is going to have like... Gonna have a lot of counters. We need to assemble the squad. Gulta, 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 Gulta. No! I don't think we want to discard anything just in case we find Gulta off of Atali. Gulta, what the hell are you doing here now? Alright, Atali it is. Hit good. So bad. Hit good. Proceeds to hit the worst possible cards. Well, that was a little cooked. Gulta, where were you? That was fun though. I had fun even though I lost. I think that's the problem I'm having with Ketramose. I'm just not I was not having fun trying to make him work. Sometimes you have to take a break from building or putting together a deck. Alright, this hand's not awful. We can just Vaultborn Tyrant. Go for the Vaultborn Tyrant Reanimator. Okay, Gulta. I'll take a Gulta. What is our opponent up to? Bunnycorn. Spooky. Definitely is spooky. This is scary because we need to hit another land. Alright, we hit a land, so we have a plan. I don't think we block Bunnycorn unless it's not large enough to kill Oracle. Okay, we block it next turn because it's going to be even larger. And let's just hope the opponent doesn't draw into their Sheltered by Ghosts. If they do, I weep. Play Collector's Vault. I don't think we're going to be using it, but might as well. Yeah, we need to hit like a land off the top to be able to... Wait, no. Even if we hit a land off the top, we wouldn't. Collector's Vault. Alright, something good off of this Oracle. That's hecka annoying. Ow. Stupid bunnies. That's useless. Okay, well. This is gonna have to be good enough. Whatever happens, happens here. Put both these guys onto the battlefield. Hulking Metamorph will copy Gulta. We get another Gulta trigger. I think we have auto order triggers off, right? Yeah. We will keep the 12/12 Gulta. We'll draw 2 cards and then put whatever we draw onto the battlefield. Okay. We're doing it. We're doing it. We'll keep this Gulta. It doesn't really matter. The Prime Speaker gets Zagana, goes first. Draw 12, or actually 13. Draw. Then put whatever we want onto the battlefield. Okay, we're doing it. Oh my god. Okay, maybe I should chill out. I don't want to deck myself here. We don't have another Prime Speaker Zagana, so I think we'll be okay, but one more for the road. Oh dear. Okay, maybe that was too much. That was too much. Oh gosh. Sheltered by ghosts, sure. We'll get rid of the bunny corn. I don't like your bunny. Aw, man. I didn't get a chance to say thanks, but we did it. Oh my god, okay. Yeah, that was the game. Oh, why did I stop playing this deck? Probably because it's a little bit goofy, but dang, that was fun. I think that's actually the best game I've played / recorded with this deck. Because I had some pretty impressive games in the video, but they didn't go from, oh, I have Galta plus this one other, like 2 other card, or like I reanimate Galta and I put 2 cards onto the battlefield, to I now have an entire board that is swinging in for lethal. That was insane. All right, you know what? That's probably a really good place to end the stream here. So I hope you all enjoyed this the stream. I tried my best. I don't know what to say, but yeah. We tried to make Ketramose work. I'm still not sure. I'm becoming less sure that Ketramose is the truth. Because of how hard it is to build around him effectively. I mean, like, you can have, I think, maybe you play like an Orzhov token control deck, I guess, is probably the next way you could play it. I think you just play it as a generic like control deck, sort of like we had this one, but you can play some tokens, synergy, and play the caretaker's talent, and maybe it's slightly better that way. But yeah, anyways, that's it from me. Hope you enjoyed, and have a nice morning, evening, night, afternoon, wherever and whenever you're watching. Take care of yourself.